if you source 200 people or 1,000 people apply to a job, is an AI tool sorting people by who could be the match to the job description? Like, is that AI making a decision? Is it influencing the decision? So we did talk about that this morning. So I think having those guidelines, taking away that gray area is something that needs to happen. I know that they listed like different pillars around like the things that we should be having regulations around. Danielle, what are those?
Yeah, the 8 pillars. So transparency and explainability, fairness and non-discrimination, which Glenn mentioned today, how AI was found to be a lot less biased.
Yeah, you put in the
humans.
prompt. You can't take any demographic information in, or it's illegal to do that.
To discriminate. Validation and rectification, data minimization, data privacy and security, candidate experience, human oversight, intervention, and ongoing AI literacy and AI upskilling. So those are the pillars that they have designed and organized these new ethical standards around. I really have to dig my teeth into this more and really understand what it means, because I think I honestly didn't understand a lot of what it was saying in the article. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, well, I think the transparency piece, right? People got to know. People want to know, how is AI involved in the process.
Right.
There's a lot more tools now around like AI screening, AI sorting, ranking candidates, for example. So I think you got to let people know that that's part of the process. But it's helpful to have those guidelines. So I'm excited because I don't think we've had those guidelines. I think, to be honest with you, I think even just from being here and talking to people about real use cases with AI, you can just tell like there's still a lot of confusion. So I think setting guidelines is helpful. It helps us understand like the importance of those guidelines as well. So I think it's a good move.
I'll talk about this in my keynote later today, but I do mention like as much transparency as you can have up front in the process, whether it's like in the job description itself, being like, hey, this is our process, this is what you should expect, even down to, once you apply to this job, you'll be reached out to by an AI screener, and then they'll schedule your interview. So I think, just having more transparency as far as how AI is being utilized in the process I think that's probably what this is referring to, right? Candidate experience in enhancing that transparency.
So check out that article. If you got questions, if you got comments, let us know in the chat too.